Welcome to Enigma Chronicles. If you've ever marveled at the stunning landscapes of Canada, you're not alone. Today, we're diving into the heart of this incredible country to uncover 25 fascinating facts about its geography. From its immense size and jaw-dropping natural wonders to its unique climatic extremes, Canada truly stands out on the global stage. Ready to explore? Let's get started. Fact number 1. It's hard to argue against the fact that Canada is one of, if not the single most, geographically beautiful countries on the planet. It's a gigantic country with so many different terrains and landscapes to offer. Search Google or YouTube for the world's most beautiful countries, and I guarantee Canada will be in the top 5 or 3, if not first. Fact number 2, Canada is the second largest country on the planet, coming in at just under 10 million km2, only behind Russia. 10 million km2 is roughly the same size as Oceania and Africa's largest country combined, Australia and Algeria. This is how Canada compares to the size of Europe, South America, and Central Africa. It is worth noting, however, that Canada's size is horribly distorted on a traditional world map, making it look bigger than it actually is. Fact number 3. According to the World Factbook and the World Resources Institute, Canada has the most coastline out of all countries on Earth, and by quite some distance. The prior states 202,000 km and the latter 265,000 km. For reference, Norway comes in second with just 83,000 km. Fact number 4. At around 52,500, Canada ranks 4th in the world for the country with the most islands, only behind the Nordic countries of Sweden, Norway, and Finland. This comes as no surprise, as when you look at Canada on a map, its northern regions are dominated by islands. The big difference between Canada's islands and the islands of the Nordics is that Canada's are much larger. Fact number 5. Speaking of large islands, Canada is home to the world's largest uninhabited island. At around 55,000 km2, Devon Island is ever so slightly smaller than the country of Croatia. The island is found deep in Canada's north, not too far from the shores of Greenland. Fact number 6. At an unbelievable 880,000, Canada ranks first in the world for the country with the most lakes. It has over 4 times the amount of second-place Russia, and in fact, more lakes than the rest of the world combined. A truly insane fact that is hard to believe. What's kind of interesting, however, is that 3 of its 5 largest lakes are all shared with the U.S. as they sit on the border of the 2 countries. These lakes are Superior, Huron, and Erie, respectively. Fact number 7, found in Canada's northwest, not far from its border with Alaska, you will find Mount Logan, whose peak is the highest point across the entire country, standing some 5,250 east or tall. This also ranks it as the 2nd tallest mountain in all of North America and the 7th tallest across all of the Americas. Fact no. 8. Now, when you think of Canada, do you think of it as a hot or cold country? Generally, I see it as rather chilly. However, this isn't always the case, as temperatures can get extremely hot here. In fact, the highest temperature ever recorded was a sizzling 49.6 degrees C in British Columbia in June of 2021. On the other hand, the coldest temperature ever recorded in the country was a mind-boggling 63 degrees C. That's a temperature range of 112.6 degrees C. Fact number 9. In terms of the entire country's extreme points, this is as far north as you can get. This is as far south as you can get, and as far west and far east. The distances between these points are truly staggering. Its north to south distance is similar to Finland to Egypt. Fact number 10. Excluding countries with overseas territories spread out across the world, Canada, alongside Russia, sets a record for the country touching the most oceans. Canada has coastline along the Atlantic, Pacific, and Arctic Oceans. Fact number 11. When it comes to subdivisions of countries, Canada is home to the 5th largest on the planet. Nunavut, found in the country's far northeast, covers an area of just under 2 million km2. If this region became its own independent country, it would rank as the 14th largest. That's larger than Mexico, Indonesia, or Sudan. Fact number 12. Canada only has one land border, which sets an impressive record as the longest on Earth. This border is shared with the contiguous U.S. to the south and with Alaska to the west, totaling some 891 km in length. The Alaska-Canada portion of this border accounts for just over a quarter of the entire length. Fact number 13. At some 3.5 million km2, Canada is the country with the 3rd most forest on Earth, only behind Russia and Brazil. 3.5 million km2, by the way, is larger than the country of India. When it comes to the amount of individual trees, Canada is thought to rank 2nd with around 320 billion. But when it comes to trees per capita, Canada smashes most countries on Earth with around 95,000. Fact number 14. Canada is divided into 15 major terrestrial and 5 marine ecozones. Some of its major biomes are the tundra, boreal forest, grassland, and temperate forest. Fact number 15. The distance from mainland Canada's most eastern to western point is 5,000 km. That's about the same distance as the crow flies from London, England to Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. In doing so, you would pass through 12 different countries along this route. Fact number 16. Canada isn't a country that is particularly known for seeing many natural disasters, or big ones for that matter. It does, of course, get them, but nothing like the ones you'll see in India, the Philippines, or the Caribbean, for example. However, in 1775, Canada experienced its deadliest ever natural disaster, excluding diseases. The 1775 Newfoundland hurricane is thought to have killed over 4,000 people. The hurricane was so big that there are actually debates about whether it was one or two combined. Fact number 17. Although Niagara Falls is possibly the most famous waterfall in Canada, and the US for that matter, it is nowhere near the tallest. That title belongs to James Bruce Falls, which has a height of 840 m, ever so slightly higher than the Burj Khalifa in Dubai. Fact number 18. At 123 million km2, the Hudson Bay is the world's second largest bay, only after the Bay of Bengal, which is roughly double the size. For reference, 123 million km2 is a larger area than the country of South Africa, or in terms of water, just over 3 times larger than the Caspian Sea, which is technically the world's largest lake. Fact number 19. Alert is said to be the world's most northerly permanently inhabited settlement. Although the people that live there are only there for work purposes and only there temporarily, in this settlement for roughly 151 days of the year, from the 14th of April to the 29th of August, the sun simply does not set. This phenomenon is known as the midnight sun. The opposite is also true, in which the sun doesn't rise for some 136 days from the 14th of October until February 27th. This is known as the polar night. Fact number 20. When it comes to UNESCO World Heritage Sites for natural geography, Canada ranks equal third in the world with 11, tied with Russia. Some of its most notable sites being, of course, the Rockies, its Dinosaur National Park, and most recently, Anticosti, which is the largest island found in Quebec and home to many records of prehistoric life. Fact number 21. At an average elevation of 487 am, Canada is higher than most countries on Earth. The topography of the country looks like this, with the western part of the country being notably higher than, say, the southeast. At 128 m, British Columbia on average is the highest province. If British Columbia were its own country, it would rank as the 24th highest. Fact number 22. If sea levels around the world were to magically decrease by 1,000 m, this is how Canada would look. It would likely add another few million km2 of land onto its already gigantic size. Most of its lakes and its Hudson Bay would also cease to exist. Its territory would expand into Greenland, connecting the two land masses together. Fact number 23. Canada is home to the world's largest vertical drop. Found in the country's deep northeast, not far from Greenland, you will find Mount Thor, which looks like this. If you were to step off the edge at the peak, you'd fall for an incredible 250 m. That's 1.5 Burj Khalifas. You'd easily reach terminal velocity before smashing to your inevitable death. Fact number 24. At just 2.6 km2, which for reference is smaller than New York's Central Park, Canada is home to the world's smallest desert. Well, kind of. The Carcross Desert is found in Canada's northwest, not far from its border with Alaska. Although it appears to be of desert-like conditions, it doesn't meet the official desert requirements. Fact number 25. Now, looking at this map of Canada, where would you expect its geographical center point to be? Well, the center point of the country is actually slightly disputed, but most places agree it is on this lake found in the Northwest Territories called Great Slave Lake. And there you have it, 25 amazing facts about the geography of Canada. We hope you enjoyed this journey through one of the most spectacular countries on Earth. If you learned something new or found this video interesting, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more incredible content. Have any more fun facts about Canada or other places? Drop them in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.